Buenos dias, amigos, amigas, from Chapala at the American Legion Post 7. And I met this very interesting lady, I think a couple months ago, but I saw her today and asked her to do a YouTube interview. And she's been in Mexico for a long time. So she's agreed to share her experience or talk about whatever she wants to talk about. She's helping here at the American Legion, and her name is Valerie. And go ahead, Valerie.
Hi, I'm Valerie Jennings. Nice to meet you all. Like you said, I've been in Mexico now for 25 years. First originally started at San Miguel de Allende and started a computer business over there and had close to 2,000 clients after they did a whole page article on me, welcome me to the community. Was there for over 13 years, loved it and enjoyed it, but it did change. After my mother passed away, I moved to Cuernavaca, lived over in Cuernavaca for 7 years, and took an apartment in Mexico City for over a year, spent 6 months over in Morelia, didn't like Morelia, and now I'm in Ajijic and Lakeside and loving it and enjoying it. Started a new business here, so that's where I'm from. I learned Spanish. I'm fully bilingual. I learned Spanish. I had the wonderful opportunity of my school of being able to do high school and college in Spain during the summers. So that's where I learned my language, and then liked it so much I ended up going for a year and a half at the University of Madrid. But at that time during the 80s, the US didn't recognize universities overseas, so I had to come back to the United States. So I graduated from Barry University in Miami, Florida with a communications degree, and my background is in advertising and journalism. Was an advertising director for almost 10 years for TIFF Instruments, which did test instruments for HVAC and automotive, and loving it here. Been here now and love it.
Wow, what a travel very extensively. Now I want to say something. We didn't know, you don't know this because I haven't mentioned it. We were talking a little bit. My first 2 times in Mexico were in Cuernavaca 6 years ago, but they were only a week. I went for a week, then went back for a week, and then went over to San Miguel de Allende for 5.5 months or so, 6 months. So that's
we've crossed over a couple times.
Yeah, but you were there much sooner than I was and spent a lot more time. So you really love the Ajijic, Chapala area?
I really do. I like the vibe. It reminds me of the old San Miguel when we first arrived. It was very similar to this. Very friendly people, very tight-knit community, very helpful community. No, I enjoyed my years in San Miguel, but over the years it's changed and people have come in new places. And I mean, I remember in San Miguel, our first couple of years, we were probably around 50 to 100 Americans, give or take. Grew over the years. I guess we had a group about 100. And I mean, we had 100 people for Christmas, and we would host Christmas and Thanksgiving. So
no, it's really the foreign population is really blew up quite a bit.
And fortunately, we had a house that could fit 100 people, so that helped too.
Wow. Where in San Miguel de Allende did you have a house or live?
We lived on the outskirts, which is an old hacienda style home. And then the second time we were over in Las Fridas.
Oh yeah, Las Fridas.
Yeah.
Great place.
Yeah.
Very really nice place.
It is.
And the architecture over there is just stunning.
Yeah. It is. Well, we also needed it because at that time we had 7 dogs, so I had plenty of room for them to run and play out there because they had plenty of yards in Las Fridas. So.
Yeah. So you had really no trouble becoming acclimated to Mexico because of your Spanish, speaking Spanish so well.
Well, yeah. I mean, I came mainly because of the reason of. More than anything else is my parents actually came over on a tour. They came to Ajijic and San Miguel and ended up buying a piece of property in San Miguel. And, they were at that time, they were in their late 50s, early 60s, and I didn't want them to go to another country and not, because neither one of them spoke Spanish. My brother was in a position, he was working for Florida Power and Light, so he couldn't just arbitrarily quit his job. I was in the process of leaving because I knew I wanted to start my own business. And my husband at the time was an adjuster, so all he needed was an airport. So it made it easier for us to move than it was for my brother to move more than anything else. So I moved with them, and we've been here ever since. And
25 years.
25 years, long time. Yeah,
Yeah, a long time. Now, did you say something about maybe, I'm not sure if I heard you right, but you did live near the airport or something?
Yeah, I live over by the Chapala Aero Club is where I live. It's actually my
Oh.
backyard is where it is. I really enjoy it. It's not as loud. Everybody always says, oh my God, it must be so loud. It's really not. I mean, there's a paraglider out there that goes up out every Saturday and every Sunday. But the way the airstrip is, it faces opposite, so we don't hear it. I mean, we did hear the biggest thing that we heard was the helicopter that came in with the Guadalajara governor that was here last week. So that was a big brouhaha. You know, they had the helicopter come in. They had 5 Suburbans, and you don't see that much activity there. So it brought attention that way. But no, actually, it's pretty quiet. It's nice. I've got room because we rescue dogs and we're fostering dogs. And,
Oh, it's smart.
yeah. So I mean, we had got plenty of room for the animals. I mean, I think we're up to 8 dogs and 7 cats, and
Okay, this is your own.
this is
Your
well,
own?
renting it, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you have your own adoption.
We do not have our own adoption, but 2 of the rescues that we've got right now were for San Miguel de Allende.
Okay.
As I said, my sister's a dog therapist, so she's working with one of the dogs that's
Yeah.
going to go in for surgery.
And I met her. She's very nice,
Yeah.
young lady.
So because the dog, with the holidays and everything else, we wanted to make sure the dog still got its therapy and everything else because it's going in for, it was shot in the leg and the bullet is wedged.
Wow.
But they had to get the dog first to lose a little bit of weight and get healthy before they can do the surgery. So we're doing all the rehab and weight loss and that type of stuff. And then from there, they'll get the surgery, and then he's going to come back and stay with us because, as I'm sure you're aware, injured dogs and maimed dogs, of course, don't get adopted. And he's such a sweet thing. We didn't want him staying his life in a shelter. And the other one turns out it's got cancer. So we'll keep her as long as we can keep her.
Yeah, and I want to let you know there's a YouTube channel here. The guy is a relocation expert, and him and his wife adopted a dog here. That's JB's Big Adventure YouTube
Oh, nice.
channel.
Nice.
Yeah, you got to watch his channel. He's a relocation expert, but they got a dog. They adopted a dog here.
Yeah.
And she did some volunteer work too.
Yeah, we do work with Gina over at Clicker Pets and stuff like that and help them out. Lucky Dogs we work with a little bit. In fact, we're even going to be starting up a chili cook-off here, which will be open to all of Mexico, including Texas and the U.S. And that will go to 4 charities. We're going to divide the money out to the 4 charities. We're going to get the governor involved and the mayors involved and everything else. So it should be a big event. We're going to be doing that at the end of the, towards September, October of next year. So look out for those posts. We'll get them advertised and everything else. And yeah, we want to help the community as much as we can. We're getting to a point now that, we want passion projects versus money projects.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great. And I met your sister.
Yeah.
She's quite involved and very nice lady. And wow, you said so much, but I could just go on listening to you. Is there anything else you would like to say?
No, I mean, I hope to meet everybody. I'm enjoying it here. Like I said, I've started, I'm a pet nutritionist. I just got my pet nutritionist license. So I'm now Canine Nutrition Certified and Feline Nutrition Certified. I do homemade foods right now for not only necessarily healthy dogs, I do it for healthy as well, or healthy cats, but I also work with animals that have diabetes or kidney issues, pancreas issues, liver issues, heart issues, mobility issues. I cater diets directly to them. I've got, right now I'm working with 3 cats that are on stage 4 kidney problems and in San Miguel. I've been working with them. I've got a dog here that I'm working with that's got had a severe anemia, and finally his blood levels are normal, so he'll be able to get surgery. I enjoy it. Like I said, Jana is a pet therapist, so together we do that, and then Gina, of course, does boarding and dog training. So between the 3 of us, we pretty much cover everything that has to do with animals.
So your sister is John.
Jana.
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 Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, her father is John, and wanted a boy, got a girl, so it's Jana.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? Where are you from? You from Canada?
Originally, I'm
United
from,
States?
yeah, I moved from Miami, Florida. I was there. My father retired from the Marine Corps there. He was a Marine Corps pilot. He moved to Miami over, now it's almost 50 years, and retired there because my brother ended up falling in love with one of the girls at a boarding school. So.
Okay. Okay. Anything else that you can think of right now?
Right off the top of my head, no. I mean,
You
I
love
wish everybody.
Mexico?
I love Mexico. This is my home. I go to the States only when I'm forced by my family members to come visit them, or I have to renew licenses or something like that. But no, I mean, this is my home. I mean, I can't imagine any place else. Tired of the rat race. I got just got bored of all that, and I'm now into the quality of life.
Yes, and I want to also thank you for everything you do. Dog rescues, taking care of dogs wherever you go, wherever you live in Mexico.
Wherever we live, yeah.
And helping out here at the American Legion.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I did bartending for 15 years, so I told them I'd come and help them out when they needed it.
okay. Now, yeah. Okay. Well, I think I asked a lot of questions, and I think you gave us a lot of good information and shared a lot about your personal life
Well,
and what you do here in Mexico.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
very
Merry
great.
Christmas to everybody.
Okay, Merry Christmas. And because you speak so fluently and you have an education background in speaking Spanish, you're going to say,
Feliz Navidad,
All
salud,
right.
amor y pesetas y tiempo a gastar todo.
oh, I should have asked you to speak a little bit more Spanish. This channel has a lot of Spanish or Mexican viewers from Mexico. You want to say something more in Spanish, hopefully?
Saludos a todos. Muchas gracias para escuchar. Espero que tienes un año muy próspero para la próxima. Y muchas gracias para compartir el tiempo con nosotros.
Okay, muchas gracias. Okay, mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto.
Gracias.